Hey everyone, this is Mike McCrory here, the Director of Mental Skills for Team Envy, Dallas Fuel, and the Dallas Empire. And we're back with another episode of Here and Now. Today we're going to be discussing how to prevent tilt. So what is tilt? Tilt is a natural process that happens when we allow our emotions to start to dictate how we approach playing the game. Rather than taking our typical, thoughtful, strategic approach to the game, we begin to act more on emotions and less on our critical thinking skills and our strategical skills. And here are some examples of tilt. That wasn't very fun, was it? Tilt may be a temporary experience, but even these momentary situations we find ourselves in could be really critical in a tightly contested game. So we want to prevent tilt so when it comes down to those vital moments in competition, we don't stand a chance to become distracted. So when you begin to work on yourself and how you tilt, the first thing you need to do is to develop some self-awareness. Becoming aware of the moments when you do tilt and what leads up to those moments are going to be critical in for you better understanding how you can prevent or refocus yourself when you do become tilted. There are a few things you can do to refocus yourself and become recentered, and here are what some of those things are. So let's talk about a visual cue to trigger ourselves back into being in the present moment. This could be something in your gaming setup, on your screen or on your keyboard or controls, or maybe it's a simple phrase that you write down on a sticky note and leave in your eyesight when you're playing the game. And when you are becoming aware of that moment, that oh no moment, I'm getting tilted, I'm mental booming, look to this spot and let that serve as the reminder of where your focus needs to be and what type of player you're choosing to be. Now, for some of us, we're very tactile people. This is how we learn and process information, and that's great. So having a physical reminder might be more beneficial to you. And what this might look like is, for some people, they might physically wipe their hands off to wipe that last moment away. It's sort of a symbolic representation of how they're refocusing their self. For some people, even just a simple clap, that really helps them recognize, okay, it's a new moment and we're back in the present. We're no longer tilted. We haven't lost full anymore. So one way to combat tilt is to use something called positive self-talk. Now, self-talk is this inner dialogue that all of us participate in. It's a normal thing. There's always that little voice inside of our head that's expressing thoughts and opinions, and we get to choose how much power we give to that voice. So when you're playing in game, you're taking in all of this information, you're having these thoughts, you're calming with teammates, you're listening to teammates, and all of that feedback and information is getting stored into your short-term memory. Which is a much smaller bank than our long-term memory, which is storing things over your whole lifetime. And because it's such a smaller amount of information to store, we want to be intentional about the words we're choosing to say and how we can influence our thoughts, and then how we can influence what's filling up that space. So when it comes to positive self, the goal is to redirect our focus into positive thinking and redirect our focus into the strategy and the responsibility we have in game. So that's the end of another episode of Here and Now. And like always, I hope you found this information helpful and that you take it home and are able to apply it to your own gameplay. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.